All right, the band is fired up. Student section's fired up. Student athletes are fired up, and this is the We Are Network. Jay Cornell here on the mic for you. And happy to have this one from Cameron High School, the Ladysmith Lumberjacks, Cameron Comets, to do Heart of the North battle here. First game in the Heart of the North for both of these squads. They both come in winning their first non-conference games earlier this week, but now it's time to get down to business. And Cameron especially is going to be tested early here. 4 home games in a row, 3 of them top finishers in the Heart of the North last year. Tonight, of course, the Lumberjacks. Tuesday, it's going to be the Cumberland Beavers, and then next Friday, it's going to be the Northwestern Tigers, all right here. Hey, we'll meet the teams, hear the anthem, get the tip-off here on the We Are Network. Come back and join us after a quick... All right, as I mentioned, the band fired up here. I hope you can hear me. I can barely hear myself as Tyler Halverson and the Cameron High School Jazz Band sounding really good tonight. And that's when you know it's basketball season, when the band comes out and the hardwoods are rolling here. Looking forward to this one. We don't know what to expect here tonight because both these squads coming off really good seasons last year, but they've lost a lot of talent. On the Ladysmith side, Andrew Lehman, their leading scorer, on to bigger and better things, along with his dad, the coach, now coaching at Bruce, as I mentioned the other night. Tim Meltz, 18 points per game last year. And Braden Little, 13 points per game. And those last two are their leading rebounders, Meltz and Little, last year. So those guys aren't going to be with the team. And a lot of new faces on this Ladysmith Lumberjack squad. 21-7 last year they went, so like I mentioned, really good ball club. 3-way tie with Cameron and Barron at the second spot there in the conference last year. Of course, Northwestern and Cumberland. Incidentally, both of those teams will be on this court next week, but they were tied at the top of the conference last year. Ladysmith won just Tuesday night, 86-62 over Lake Holcomb. And, of course, the Cameron Comets had a big win over Bruce. Ladysmith made it all the way to the sectional semifinal last year. Lacrosse Aquinas, of course. Lacrosse Aquinas went on to win the Division IV championship. But the Cumberland Beavers knocked off these Cameron Comets in that double overtime game and then went on to beat Ladysmith in the next round. So they each have a score to settle with the Beavers. We'll see what happens here as the conference plays out. But we're going to know a lot after the next couple of weeks as both of these clubs are going to be knee-deep in Heart of the North basketball starting right here tonight. All right, well, once again, We Are Network. Jay Cornell on the mic. Excited to have this one for you. Talking to Troy LaValle. Yeah, he's kind of in head-scratch mode right now, too. He doesn't know really what he has yet. And, you know, anytime you have new players, young players, they grow surprisingly fast as the season goes on. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see a whole different ball club later on in the season than you're going to see here tonight. But we'll see. Cameron started off really strong last year, 8-1 in the conference, and then they went on a pretty bad slide towards the end there, losing 4 of their last 5 games. Ladysmith beat them, Cumberland beat them twice in that last couple of weeks. So they went from top of the conference to sliding down and being in a 3-way tie, as I mentioned, for second place. So some new faces on both squads and a couple of returners. A.J. Guerrera is going to get the start tonight, I'm sure. Silvernail, the senior. Guerra, a junior. Michael Gronsky and Brady Gronsky will likely start. And I am just making wild guesses here based on Tuesday night. Could be the freshman, number 24, Dylan Jorgensen, getting the start tonight. We'll see. As I mentioned, a lot of new names on that Lumberjack squad. Cole Strop was on the team last year. 5'9" senior. He'll start tonight, I'm sure. Axel Smith would have started, but he's out. Not an injury, but he is out of the ball game. Daniel Vacco probably get the start. Labrie, Clark, we'll see. It's anybody's guess at this moment. As we hear the school song for the Cameron Comets, everybody's going to get to their feet. We're going to hear the anthem momentarily, meet these teams, and we'll get started here as we tick down to the tip-off. So welcome aboard on a cold December evening. Nice and warm here in the friendly confines of Cameron High School Gymnasium. We're set for the anthem. Eva Seaballs, Colton Melton will sing the anthem. Both of them seniors here at Cameron High School. And both of them very talented. We'll listen in here as we hear the PA announcer. All right, nice rendition of our anthem there from Eva and Cole. And we're going to meet the Ladysmith Lumberjacks first. And you'll be surprised right along with me because I do not know who's starting. 5'9" senior Strop, as we figured, a senior. Daniel Vaco, a junior. Cash Labrie, only a sophomore, number 10. Ashton Clark, we figured would start, a senior. And Jasper Kempen, a senior, number 32, is going to get the start. Don't have heights on these kids. He's probably 6'2", 6'3", Kempen. And then for the Comets, Guerra, a junior, 6 foot. Jaden Silvernail, the senior, 6'1", number 10. Number 12, Gronsky, Michael Gronsky, 6'3", a senior. And Jackson Griffin getting the start, 5'10", senior. And Brady Gronsky, the big fellow in the middle, 6'3", a senior, getting the start. So that rounds out the starting 5 there. The officials for tonight's game: Ron Amos, Dave DeRusso, and John Gidley. Of course, Coach LaValle in his 17th year for the Comets. And Coach Yassine, Ahmad Yassine, found out his first year, but he found out he coached with Matt Cyberline down there at UW Eau Claire. And his day job, he's a Eau Claire County State Patrol officer. So interesting as the tip comes up, and here we go. Gronsky gets the tip, and Silvernail controls it. Down to Gronsky, spin in. First 2 points right off the bat for Brady Gronsky, and we're underway here at Cameron Comet Basketball, Ladysmith Lumberjacks, as Griffin meets. Get my names and my numbers square here. Out in the perimeter, that's Clark. He dribbles in, looks for a little room, little contact. They let him play on. Griffin away with it for the Comets. And around the horn they go, and up and in for Guerra. 5-0 right off the bat as A.J. Guerra finds the bottom from downtown. Just underway here in Cameron. 5-0 Comets. Letting it play a little bit. A little bit of contact right off the bat. Clark dribbles in, can't find anybody, throws it away. Looking for the cutting Vaco, but he wasn't home. And it's going to be Comets basketball, first turnover of the ball game. Here we go. Guerra has it. Silvernail now back to the top of the key. Guerra surveys, guarded out there by Vaco. Looks like they're in a 2-3 zone, these Lumberjacks. Shot goes up, no good. A scrum for it, bodies on the floor, and we're going to have just out of bounds, and it's going to go to the team in purple, the Lumberjacks. So Lumberjacks in their away purple, nice looking uniforms and athletes. All right, contact as Strop dribbles in, throws it up, no good. Silvernail has it. Here comes Guerra. Guerra over to Griffin. Griffin dribbles in, tries an entry pass, throws it away. Turnover. Here come the Lumberjacks now. Labrie, baseline in with it was Smith. He misses. And here comes Griffin. Lots of contact, turnover. Fast break points, opportunity anyway, and a foul as Strop went up with it. So, quick action here right off the bat. Foul's going to go on. I think that was Silvernail with the contact. It was. Strop's going to go to the line, the 5'9" senior. Probably the most experienced one in the Ladysmith uniform is Strop. Eyeballs it. Nice looking shot. Misses though. Troy LaValle, again, I mentioned Troy in his 17th year. He's got an opportunity to get his 300th win. And I'm not sure they're going to, if anybody in the gym knows that, they're going to recognize anything there as Strop hits the second. Guerra now trying to get across the timeline. He's hassled. He's going to go all the way. Finger roll it in. A.J. Guerra all the way down the paint. Nobody stopped him, and here come the Lumberjacks. Labrie dribbles in. He's got a lot of trees in the way, but he shoots it anyway over Gronsky. Misses, loose ball, Silvernail. Comets have it now across the timeline. Guerra to Silvernail. Looks in, does Griffin. Tries to get it to Gronsky. There's going to be contact. Foul is on number 32. That's Kempen for the Lumberjacks. His first. One team foul each now. Deep shot on the inbounds. No good from Griffin. And here we go. Perimeter shot now. Kempen up. No good. Griffin over the back. They're going to call it. Yeah, Griffin, I guess there's no such thing as over the back now. So we'll just call it a push in the back as Jackson gets his name in the books. First foul for him, second team foul. In comes Clark. Tries to shoot it in the middle of the lane, misses. Rebound comes down to the Lumberjacks. They're looking around the perimeter. Top of the key, Strop. He gets it over to Clark. Clark back to Labrie. Getting these names and numbers right as always. Tough to study because I didn't know who was going to be starting. So I didn't bother, and you can tell I'm failing the test. Strop has it now, guarded out there by Silvernail. Clark, top of the key, guarded by Michael Gronsky. Over it goes to Kemp. He's going to dribble in. Contact, nothing, and here they come, the Comets on the rebound. Nice bounce pass and nice basketball there. Michael Gronsky with a nice pass up ahead to Griffin. He gets it in for two. 9-1 now. 14:34 to go in the first half. Comets have the lead. Lumberjacks have the ball. Deep shot coming up from Clark, and that's off. Rebound comes down to Labrie. Kicks it back out. A little bit of a hop step in there off the glass for Strop. He misses. And here come the Comets again off the rebound. Griffin. Michael Gronsky sees a little daylight. He's going to dribble in, throw it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Clark. Clark ahead to Strop. Strop back to Clark. Clark eyeballs it, but gets it over to Labrie. Labrie to Clark. Clark dribbles in, lots of room, and in with the right hand. A layup there for Clark down the left side of the lane. 9-3 now. Comets have the lead. Ball goes into Gronsky, lots of contact, and they're going to call a foul on, I believe, Kempen. Fouls even now at 2 apiece. Kempen's first, I believe. As Michael Gronsky, Silvernail, and Guerra are going to come out. In comes Grassman, number 14. The freshman, 2 freshmen come in. Butterfield and Jorgensen. All right, here we go. Butterfield over to, well, back to the freshman Jorgensen. Little rudder up in the end. Man, that's pretty. That kid has no fear. Both of these freshmen that are getting off the bench here for Troy LaValle are going to be stars. You can tell. All right, deep shot from the wing from 5. Vaco, he misses. Up then, rebound, up again. The Lumberjacks fighting for it. And then the Comets come down with it. Here comes Griffin. He's going to go all the way with a big Euro step. It's tipped away. That's number 5, Vaco, and he's going to go all the way with the left hand fouled. Vaco with the steal, and then goes the length of the floor, the junior, and misses, but is fouled. And that's going to be Gronsky. Brady Gronsky, number 41. And we're going to have a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll take a break. We Are Network. Jay Cornell on the mic. Heart of the North basketball.
Gronsky 4.
All right, so Vaco is going to have a pair, misses that one. Daniel Vaco, a junior, eyeballs his second one, and in. 11-4 then, 13:05 to go first half as the freshman Jorgensen hassled out there by the senior Strop. Jorgensen gets past him, number 24, nifty pass inside to Grotsky. Oh my goodness. This is going to be fun to watch over the coming years here as the Comets get bigger and better. That 8th grade class from last year, I mentioned the other day they had one loss. I was wrong. They were undefeated, and now as freshmen, lots of good athletes on that squad, most of them on the JV team. All right, so speaking of freshmen, Butterfield hassles Vaco out there. Ball goes up to number 10, Labrie. Gets it over to Clark. They're trying to get a little penetration here, are the Lumberjacks. They try there, hassled by Jorgensen, and they're going to call him for a foul. Bit of a cheapie, but contact. So Dylan Jorgensen, the 6'2 freshman, is his name in the books for a foul and a few points here early on. Clark now kicks it back up to Labrie, back to Clark. Ashton Clark, the senior. Labrie again as Michael Gronsky's set to come back in. Strop kicks it out. Deep shot, no good. Here come the Comets. Jorgensen up the head. Nice pass. Nice dribble in by Guerra, but he's fouled, misses the shot. He's going to go to the stripe. Number 10 gets the harm for the Lumberjacks, and that is Cash Labrie. His first, third team foul on the guest, 4 on the Comets. And Guerra eyeballs it. Had a nice game the other night, did AJ. Had a couple of deep threes, little confident builders for him. Hit one here tonight already. Channy Erickson's going to come in for the Comets and get his first look at the hardwood as Grassman and Gronsky have a seat. Brady Gronsky, second shot is good. 14-4, 11:54 to go first half. Heart of the North basketball. We're cracking the seal here finally on the season. Other teams in action tonight as we kick off the 95-96 campaign. Should be pretty even across the board. There's going to be opportunity for a couple of teams to squeak in that aren't normally there. Hayward's going to be away from one of them. Hey, a foul away from the ball on Ladysmith. Number 12, guilty. Tyler Maxey in the ball game. I missed him. He's out there guarding on that far side in that 1-3-1 now it looks like they're in. The Lumberjacks. Butterfield has it, baseline hassled down there. He's got all kinds of trouble. They're going to be a held ball. Butterfield dribbled down to that baseline, picked up his dribble, and instantly the trees closed in, and he had nowhere to go with it. And he's getting talked to by the coach. He's got a confused look, and we play on. Looks like a 2-3 zone here, or is it a man-to-man? No, it's going to be a man-to-man. The Comets are in as number 11, Clark, goes up with it. Foul is going to be on Michael Gronsky. Ashton Clark going to the stripe. 14-4, 11:02. First one is going to be well short for the senior Ashton Clark. A little embarrassed look on his face there. I'm going to put next week's paycheck on. This one's not going to miss everything. And it misses a lot, but it does hit enough iron. It's not going to go in. And a foul as Jorgensen came away with it. And that's going to be on purple. Clark with the foul. So not a good series there for Ashton Clark as he missed both free throws and then comes out with a foul within 2 seconds. So here we go. Guerra's got it. Dribbles, gets it over to Michael Gronsky, back to Guerra. Head fake, in. Nothing was there, and they lose the ball. Here come the Lumberjacks. Left-handed layup, good. That was the aforementioned number 12, Tyler Maxey, the junior. And we're going to have another foul on Maxey, as Griffin and Gronsky coming back in. Erickson and Butterfield going to have a seat. So Austin Butterfield is a freshman on part of that good squad. Undefeated 8th graders last year. Guerra's going to eyeball it, shoot it, hit it. Tell you what, he is, last year I always said the kid's missing one key ingredient, and that was just confidence in himself. And boy, he's got it early on in the season here. A.J. Guerra hits a deep three as the Lumberjacks finding a lot of trouble here. And the defense of the Comets, Clark's got it. Going to get it over there to Labrie. Labrie is going to dribble, penetrate. Nice dish down low, foul. Gronsky hit him in the forearm as he went up with it. I think that was Maxey on the shot. Check that. That was Kempen, number 23. The senior went up with it. No argument. Plenty of skin there. Coach is telling him, hey, just straight up. You're the tallest kid on the floor. Put your hands up. Don't lean over. Silvernail is going to come out, or see the floor, rather, and Gronsky's going to have a seat. Two of them on Gronsky, number 41, so he's going to sit down and watch for a while. 10 minutes to go in the first half, 17-6. Comets have the lead. Kempen misses the second one. Gronsky up high for the rebound. Had it, loses it. Ladysmith has it now. And then they turn it over as got a new guy on the floor, number 14. I don't have him in my program. Ladysmith has missed shot there. Clark with the rebound then. Carries the ball, no call, loses the handlebar off the glass. It comes back to him, and then finally, here come the Comets with the loose ball. Guerra's going to dribble in. Nice pass to the freshman. He's going to pump fake. Jorgensen up and good. I'll tell you what, that was a veteran move down there by Jorgensen. Got just enough daylight as Clark dribbles in. No, that is Labrie dribbling in and getting fouled by Griffin. That's his second. He's going to have a seat as Grassman comes back in. Jorgensen. Here's it from the crowd here a little bit, number 24 as he comes out. Cash Labrie eyeballing it. Off the iron, no good. They haven't any free throws yet, have they, the Lumberjacks? Griffin's going to go in. Protects the ball as he goes in, goes up for the layup, and full timeout's going to be called by the Lumberjacks. All right, 21-6, 9:09 to go first half. The Comets have the lead, and we'll be right back. All right, let's catch our breath here a little bit. A little faster action tonight than there was a couple of nights ago on this floor when they played the Red Raiders. Ladysmith struggling to get into the scoring column here. 21-6, 9:09 to go in the first half. Comets dominating this first half so far. A little bit more aggressive. Seeing a little bit more polished basketball on the offensive end from the Comets. I mentioned Troy LaValle could come away with his 300th win here as a Comet coach in his 17th season, and over and back's going to be the call. Ladysmith loses it. That was Clark that lost the handlebar. I'm sorry, Cash Labrie that lost the handlebar temporarily. stepped on the end line and, on the center line. It acts just like the end line once you have the ball across. And Guerra's going to take it then for the Comets over to Silvernail. Silvernail looking for somebody across to Guerra, open. Going to be off the mark this time with the deep three, but here come the Lumberjacks. That's Vaco over to Labrie. No good. Rebound comes down. Silvernail able to hit it off the knee of one of the Lumberjacks. Saves the possession for the Comets, and here comes Guerra. Guerra over to Grassman, back to Guerra. It's that 1-3-1 the Lumberjacks are in. It's typically what the Comets will play, as Butterfield went up with it in the middle of the paint. Caught the iron a little too much, bounced out. Almost good shot there for him, the freshman. Number 14 has the ball. I don't know who that is. I've got no 14 on my roster top to bottom for the Lumberjacks. I'll find out as soon as I can. As nice crossover dribble by Clark, and he's fouled. I'm not sure what happened there. No, it's going to be a foul on Ashton Clark. And he's probably going to have a seat. He is. Nice looking athlete, Clark. Going to guess somewhere around 6'2". Silvernail then at the stripe. 1-on-1 situation, no. Made the hoop, so he only had one shot. He missed the free throw. Butterfield saves the rebound then for the Comets, and around the horn they go. Guerra from deep. Nope. It's going to pass it over to Grassman. Grassman loses it. Here comes the Lumberjacks. Clark up hard, bumped. Guerra got him. Check that. That was Cash Labrie on that layup. Attempted layup. Foul's going to be on Guerra. LaValle's got a word for him, and Jorgensen and Erickson set to check in as Cash Labrie eyeballs the hoop and hits the first. Two-shot foul there on that missed layup. Grassman's going to come out. Silvernail's going to come out. And Cash Labrie is going to take a look at his second here. And that one's good. Nice looking shot from Cash. 21-8, 7:42 to go. Comets have the ball, and they're down already with the lead. And up and in goes Guerra. A.J. Guerra with a nice looking shot. He is emerging very quickly as the floor general on this team. And rightly so. Athletic kid. Played quarterback for these guys most of the season last season on the football field. Natural leader as a bump. Butterfield bumps Vaco as he goes up. Shot doesn't go down, but he's going to get two looks at it here from the charity stripe. 23-8. And that one's good. 23-9 now. 7:17 to go. Comets with the lead. 9 team fouls on the home team and 7 on the guests, so in the 1-and-1 for now. Next one will be a bonus if the Comets foul again. Lumberjacks will be at the line. Butterfield now with it, hassled out there. Guerra, another open look, off. High is Gronsky. Nice pass down to Jorgensen in. Nice pass, nice find. Michael Gronsky found Jorgensen camped out there. Easy shot for the kid off the glass. It's dropped in. He gets it over to Vaco. Vaco back to Jespin. Is that how you say his name? Kempen. I'm sorry, Kempen. Jasper Kempen. As there's a grab there. Kempen grabs Guerra to prevent that fast break opportunity. So Guerra's going to get 1-and-1 here. Silvernail going to check back in. Erickson's going to have a seat. 25-10, 6:40 to go first half. As number 23, Luke Baker, the big senior, is going to check in, and Kempen is going to have a seat for the Lumberjacks. Coach Yassine has a couple of words for him. And Guerra calmly hits the first. A.J. Guerra, nice looking athlete. Coach Yassine tells a couple of his players, get back behind the stripe. Guerra hits the second one. Nice looking shot, A.J. Labrie going to dribble it across the timeline, met there by Guerra. Over to Vaco. Strop. Labrie lets it rip. No good from deep. Silvernail had the layup, but then let Labrie sneak in there and take it from him and go up for the layup. 27-12, 6:17 to go in the first half. Comets have the lead. Comets have the ball. Silvernail top of the key, hassled big time by Jocko. I'm sorry, by Strop. I have no idea where Jocko came from. Strop was all over him like a cheap suit, and he's going to get a cheapie out there. 30 feet from the hoop. Silvernail go to the stripe, 1-1, 27-12, 6:10 to go, first half. 9 team fouls each here. Strop's second, or I'm sorry, his first. And Guerra picks off the inbounds and is fouled. A.J. Guerra showing that he has some veteran chops here. Lazy pass came in, and he intercepted it, went in for an easy layup, and it was fouled. 29-12, Guerra's going to get a pair. Or I'm sorry, he's going to get one, as that one went down, and it's in. A.J. Guerra emerging as the big man on campus here on the floor tonight. He's playing really well. He played really well on Tuesday night. Strop has it now. Over to Vaco. Ball is tipped. Deep shot from Baker, no good. And it hit the cable, hit that support wire up top. That's out of bounds. And so Michael Gronsky will pass it in. Jorgensen has a seat. And Butterfield back in for the Comets. Guerra over to Grassman. Grassman over to Silvernail. Silvernail looks in. Is going to get it over to Guerra. Freshman open. Kicks it back out. Nice ball movement by the Comets. Everything but the nylon there as Gronsky goes up with it on the rebound. Michael Gronsky playing well tonight. A little clumsy the other night, Michael. First game of the year. But starting to find his way here. He's got a nice shot, Michael. All right. A lot of contact in as Vaca goes in with it. And we're going to have a held ball. A lot of contact. Vaca went in, got bumped, missed the shot. A little bit of a scrum for it. And arrow is going to favor the Comets. Guerra will bring it across. And met out there by Strop, but he gets it over to Silvernail. Back to Guerra, over to Grassman. Grassman dribbles left, nothing there, gets it back out. Silvernail slipping and sliding like he's on ice. I don't know if there's something on the floor or if he needs to look at the bottom of those shoes as they turn it over, the Comets. Tried to get a pass down low, I believe, to Butterfield. It wasn't on the mark at all. He had no chance. Cash Labrie is going to dribble it across the sophomore. Labrie over to Strop. Strop is going to test Gronsky. Kicks it back out. Labrie, is it? No, Clark. Clark looking for something. He's going to be hassled. He's going to be fouled. Grassman. Miles Grassman, a senior, number 14, gets a little bit too much contact. Ashton Clark's going to go to the free throw line. I got no numbers on these guys. I can't tell you what their percentages are. I looked in Wiz Sports. There was nothing. Couldn't even find their numbers from the night 2 nights ago. Comets, on the other hand, I could have gotten their numbers, but apparently he got lazy or I forgot. One of the two. Up and in then on the rebound from the miss on Vaco's. Got it. In. 2 points. Comets have it now. Michael Gronsky sees somebody down low. That's Grassman. Gronsky's going to cut. No, that's the freshman Butterfield. Silvernail now. Gronsky in. All hassled. It's getting a little ugly here. A little chippy. As Silvernail's going to fire. No good. Grassman, Johnny on the spot. Cuts in front of the defender. And puts it up and in with the left hand. 34-15. 4:07 to go first half. Comets have the lead. That was Vaco across with it. Clark now. Clark's going to dribble in. A little bit of daylight. No, he dribbles right into Guerra. Guerra hits it out of bounds. Butterfield's going to have a seat. Jorgensen's going to come in. Silvernail's going to have a seat. And I think it was Griffin, number 13's coming back in with a couple of fouls. Nice pass. Nice look. Across from Clark to, who was that? That was Jasper Kempen. There's a nice look there. Gets the hoop, gets the harm. Fouls on Michael Gronsky, his second. 10 apiece now on team fouls. So he's going to get one on that made hoop. Next one will be a bonus. Guerra's got it. Hassled by Stromp. Stromp reaches in. He's got a foul or two, but he doesn't care as shot went up from Clark. Guerra tipped it. Guerra up ahead now. And that one's intercepted, and here come the Ladysmith Lumberjacks. Boy, he's carrying the ball from my perspective as Clark. No call, tough shot, and no good. Gronsky's got the rebound. Clark had an open look, but he missed it. Jorgensen now with it, behind the back, between the legs, finds Griffin over there. Gronsky now, hassled out there. He's going to travel. Yeah, you could see it. He slid the ball. You read his lips. He doesn't agree with the call, but veteran staff here in stripes. And they had the proper call there. That was definitely a travel, as here comes Cash Labrie, a sophomore with it across the line. Guerra's going to meet him. Is that a 2-3 zone? No, it's still man-to-man that Comets are in. Up with it was Strop, and he misses. And here comes Grassman. Griffin now. All the way down. Guerra has an open look, shoots it short. Rebound, Gronsky. Two guys on him. He goes up strong and in. Gronsky down low. That's where he's going to make his living this season. Down in the paint. Clark now with it. Over to Labrie. He's going to fire it up. No good. Gronsky's got the rebound. Gets it over. Here comes Griffin. A little fast break opportunity. No, they hold it up. Griffin fires it over. Guerra sees some daylight. Goes up. Fouled. No. Contact, but nothing. Misses. Jorgensen misses. And here comes the Ladysmith Lumberjacks. Reach from behind and contact. It's going to be a blocking foul on Grassman. Troy LaValle does not agree. Doesn't matter. Oh, goodness, no. They called that a charge. Now we got the other official, or the other coach, disagreeing. Oh, boy. Well, the official thought he was set. And Grassman draws the charge. And that was a foul on Cash Labrie. His second, 10 apiece. Should be 11-10 now. And a turnover. Comets turn it over. Vaco's going to come back in. And the mystery man, number 14, is going to have a seat if anybody knows who that is. I'll find out at halftime. Labrie has the ball. Guerra guarding him. He tries to blow by. Look, Guerra up and good. Guerra didn't foul him, but the man who slid over to help, and that was Guerra. Well, I didn't see the contact there, but AJ is going to get a foul. It's going to be 11 team fouls now in the Comets. Hoop is good, so 36-20. The Lumberjacks trying to crawl back into this one. as Labrie is going to shoot it, and good. 36-21, 146 to go. Comets have the lead. Jorgensen across the timeline, gets over to Silvernail. Silvernail almost drags his foot instead of putting it on the deck. Butterfield hassled out there. Guerra's got an open look, passes it up. Sees Silvernail, gets it over to Jorgensen. Jorgensen guarded tight out there. Guerra passes it down to the other freshman, Butterfield, tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay here. 36-21, 124 to go in the first half in this one. We'll talk a little bit on halftime. I don't have a lot for you. I don't think anybody's performing. Band packed up and went home already. And we've got a foul, looks like away from the ball. It's going to be on the Comets. Number 44 with a push. And that's going to be Channing Erickson, his first. And it's going to be a bonus situation now for Kempen, the senior. Big kid, Kempen, probably 6'2", 6'3". Got a knee brace on. I'm going to guess he played football. That's not nice as he puts that one in. Yeah, a lot of injuries on the Comet sideline from football season. Looked like they all came home from the front lines there after a couple of those games. Knee braces and scooters around the hallways. Guerra's got one deep. Nice looking shot, doesn't fall. Butterfield has the rebound, nothing there. Kicks it back out. Silvernail down low. Jorgensen floater in. Nice pass and nice shot there. Soft hands from the freshman, number 24, Dylan Jorgensen. As 52 seconds and counting down here. Ladysmith dribbles in, good, that's Labrie. 38-25, 44 seconds to go. Silvernail looks for daylight, nice pass, no. It's going to be a turnover. He stepped on the line. I think he stepped on the line. Coach Yassine is barking out some orders here as 35 seconds tipping down. A lot of contact. Clark kicks it over. Strop. Three. Good. Ladysmith's known for that. They are inside-out team in the past. They're not going to have the sharpshooters they had as Jorgensen dribbles in, is fouled, and good. I can anticipate I'm going to hear he's a freshman from the guys wearing cowboy hats over there any minute. Cowboy hats. Must have missed the memo. I didn't bring mine, but I see that, yep, there's the he's a freshman chant. Jeez, I hate being right all the time. They've wearing cowboy hats, the Cameron faithful in the student section. As Jorgensen is going to hit the bonus. All right, 41-28. Comets in comfortable control here as they're counting down. Getting lazy with it are the Lumberjacks. Now they snap out of it. Down low, Clark has the ball. He's going to try to find some daylight. Dribbles into trouble, tipped. And Labrie, deep shot. Buzzer's going to go off, and that's going to be our halftime. Contact there, incidental. The crowd wants something fun, but it wasn't. Little incidental contact at the end of the first half, 41-28. Cameron Comets with a comfortable lead here as they head towards the locker room. A little bit of talk between the Zebras and a couple of players, but nothing serious here. All right, well, that's an exciting first half. We'll talk a little bit at halftime. I had a conversation with Troy LaValle just the other day. We talked a little bit about his squad, and I'll share some of what he said with you. And we'll talk basketball here and anything else we can think of here on the We Are Network. Come back and join us. Here's a quick message from one of our sponsors. That's going to be Northwood Tech. And we'll hear from Good game for the Comets so far. They cleaned up a little bit of the dysfunction they had just 2 nights ago here against the Bruce Red Raiders in that battle for the cream can. I mentioned the other night that cream can situation, pretty interesting, goes all the way back 1936. A pair of brothers were managing Abbott Dairy, Bruce and Abbott Dairy here in Cameron, and they decided to have a little bet. And I saw some of the scores from those early games, 10-9. Pretty interesting to see. Came away with a pretty decisive victory. Can't remember the exact score. It's got to be somewhere in the 40-point range that they won over the Red Raiders there in that East Lakeland Conference. The Red Raiders played also a East Lakeland team, and that was the Lake Holcomb squad. East Lakeland Conference, I wouldn't say dominated, but won by New Auburn last year, I believe it was. And here in the Heart of the North Conference, several teams at the top. I mentioned earlier on that the Comets had kind of their own destiny in their hand and then went on a skid in those last 5 games, lost 4 of their last 5. These Lumberjacks beat them here on their own floor. They went up to here, played Cumberland again. 6'3", 6'4", good basketball athlete, and long and lanky and coordinated, and I expect him, if he can make it back after Christmas, they're hoping he's going to be back on the floor. That's going to be a force to be reckoned with then, as AJ from the outside might hit a few shots, and you've got Gronsky, and if you can be surprised, not overly surprised, I guess. I should rephrase that and say that Austin Butterfield and Dylan Jorgensen, coming off that freshman class, I knew they were going to be good, but I am surprised how good they are. Jorgensen looks like a seasoned veteran out there. I don't have first half stats, but I know he was in the scoring column early and often. I'm going to guess that Guerra had the lead for the Comets in that first half. And I'm going to make a wild guess that for the Ladysmith Lumberjacks, it was probably Labrie or Clark. But I can't bet on it. So, 3:31 to go in halftime. Talking to Coach LaValle a couple of days ago, he said the same thing I said. He doesn't know what to expect. A lot of youth, a lot of inexperience on this team. And he's got some really good basketball players waiting in the wings in those younger grades, all the way down 7th, 8th grade. And things are going to be bright. A little bit of a rebuild year here. But you never know. I have learned from watching Troy over the last several years that he will get the most out of what he's got. As the Comets make their way back on to virtually no fanfare. Cell phones. I look around, everybody's on their phone. Well, 41-28. Comets have the lead. I'm going to go get number 14's name before I forget. So I'm going to play a couple of commercials. We'll be right back here in the We Are Network, and we'll get the tip-off. We'll get the start. It tells you how old I am. We don't tip it off anymore. We'll get the start of the second half here, Cameron High School basketball.
At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
All right, here we are, ready to go, second half. Cameron High School Gymnasium. Nice and warm in here. I hear it's brutal outside. 28 for the guests and 41 for the home team Comets. As Troy LaValle's team getting their last instructions here. Ready to get started. I did go down and talk to a couple of Lumberjack fans, and I found that that's Gavin Hoyt, number 14, a freshman. So he made his, got his name into the scoring column once or twice there in that first half. All right, so here we go. It'll be the Lumberjacks ball. Strop's going to pass it in. That's Labrie with it, and here we go. He's met out there by Silvernail. Looks like they had something set up there, but it didn't work out for him as Clark has it, far side. Check that. Yeah, that is Clark, Ashton Clark. Gets it down, Labrie. Back to Clark. Clark hassled at the baseline. Strop's got it. Nothing there. Back out. Defense is looking good. Down goes deep three there from number 11, Clark. No good. And a held ball. Held ball. Possession arrow will go over to the Comets. Garrow's going to pass it in to Jackson Griffin. I predicted at the end of last year that Jackson was going to have a good season just because he's got such good quickness. Inside pass there is Gronsky, runs the baseline and gets rewarded for it. Brady Gronsky for the first 2 points of the second half, 43-28. But Jackson Griffin, he's got that water bug quality. He's got no fear. The motor is always running as Clark goes up with it. And it gets Ladysmith into the scoring column here to kick off the second half. Nice pass, Gronsky up, no good. Get his own rebound, tip, fouled. It's going to be a foul on Kempen. He says, wait a minute, man, I hit all Spalding. And I think he's got a clean argument, but just too much contact there for the officials. John Gidley makes the call. John, a friend of mine, as Gronsky eyeballs it off the back iron, no good. Michael Gronsky as Luke Baker is going to come in. Kempen's shrugging his shoulders as he runs to the coach saying, hey, dude, I didn't touch him. Doesn't matter, you're sitting down. Gronsky's going to eyeball number 2 and hit it. 44-30, so 14-point margin here. 16:53 to go in the ball game. Ladysmith has it. Clark hassled out there by Silvernail. Now Gronsky gets it down to Vaco. He's going to dribble in. Nothing there. Puts it up and over the rim. Does Vaco. And here comes Griffin with the rebound. Down to Gronsky. Brady Gronsky kicks it out to his cousin Michael. 3 and no good. Gronsky gets the rebound. Big step in. Nothing there. And Vaco has it now. Clark. It's not Clark. A little nifty up and under there. That was Labrie. Griffin now. They leave Guerra open, short on the three-pointer, and it's going to be a held ball. It's going to be a held ball, and it's going to be Ladysmith's ball. 44-32, 16:05 to go in this one. Vaco hands it off, and here comes Labrie. Labrie across the timeline. Crossover dribble over to Vaco. Vaco finds Clark on the baseline. A little butterfinger action from Clark. It slips off his fingers, goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay then with the Comets. Guerra. Vaco at the top there. This time they are in a 1-3-1. Bump from Clark. Jorgensen goes up with it. Clark, the senior, bumps Jorgensen, the freshman. He says no way, but the official says yes. And he's going to get one from the charity stripe is Jorgensen. Nice looking shot. No good. 46-32. 15:38 to go, second half. Clark has it now. Dribbles to the top of the key to get out of trouble. Tries to split the defense, loses the ball. Nice pass up ahead. Gronsky's going to have it left-handed in. Nice find there from Guerra as he picked up the change and threw it up ahead. Double team now, top of the circle, as the freshman Jorgensen tips it, tries to save it, tries to hit it off of the defender. It's going to stay with the Lumberjacks as the handlebar again lost. Nice trailing pass, Gronsky to Gronsky. Nice pass there as Gronsky trailed in his cousin, and Michael found Brady cutting through the lane. Tough shot off the glass. Labrie, Clark back to Labrie. Labrie deep three off the iron. A little bit of a flop action going on. Guerra way up ahead, nobody on him as Gronsky gets it to him. Gronsky, nice unselfish play, could have went in. Dropped it in himself. Gets it to his teammate. 52-32. Opening up a big lead again are these Comets as Strop has it. Strop, and there's going to be a whistle. No, it's going to be a timeout. Timeout called by the coach, Coach Yassine. And we'll hear from Northwood Tech. For some reason, I'm having all kinds of trouble here on this computer screen, but decided to just leave it alone as the officials come in and warn them it's time to play, coaches. And here come the players. 52-32, 14-19 to go in this ball game. Heart of the North Conference action. Should be an exciting season. It's going to be a little bit more balanced, I would say, top to bottom this year. You could make an argument that I don't know what I'm talking about, but we'll see as it plays out here. Gronsky with the rebound after that miss. Guerra's eyeballs a three, no good. Nice rebound, Baco. He's going to have a little trouble with the handlebar there. A little contact, nothing called. Leaves him open, hits it as Clark. Check that, that's Labrie. Labrie from downtown after his man fell down. Jorgensen looks for something there. Dribbles right, dribbles left. Down to his classmate, Butterfield. Butterfield looks for the pass across the lane, intercepted. Labrie intercepted it. Strop has it. Labrie splits the defense, contact. It's going to be on Butterfield, I think. Or it's going to be on Gronsky. No, it's on the freshman Austin Butterfield, and he's going to have a seat. Guerra's going to have a seat. Silvernail, Michael Gronsky, and Grassman in. Jorgensen also sitting down. So I see some of the JV players come in. JV won easily the Comets tonight. Labrie gets it over to Strop. Strop back to Labrie. Hassled out there, a lot of contact. Back to Strop, down to Baco, back to Strop, back to Labrie. Deep three, no, he looked at it. Nice pass, no. That was a nice look there, but Silvernail tips it out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lumberjacks. The Valley's throat's going to get more raw than mine here as he yells out the commands. Entry pass comes in, missed by Kempen. Loose ball, contact. It's going to be on White. I think it's going to be Grassman. It is. Check that, Silvernail. Jaden Silvernail, second team foul this half for the Comets. Second also guest. But I thought he said that was on 10, but now he's saying Grassman. I was right the first time. That's his second. LeBrie is going to shoot it downtown. No good. Gronsky with the rebound. Looks up ahead. Is going to take it himself. Gets it over. Silvernail. Three and Jaden Silvernail measured it up and hit it. 12:26 to go. Second half. 55-35. 20-point lead again now. Strop's got an open look. He hits it. A little more iron on that one, but it finds the bottom. 38-55 as Grassman dribbles into trouble, kicks it back out. Griffin over to Silvernail, back in. Gronsky kicks it back out to the other Gronsky. Silvernail tries an interior pass off the foot of one of the Lumberjacks. It'll stay here as Guerra comes back in, and Griffin's going to have a seat. All kinds of stuff going on here on these line changes. All right. Guerra, nice pass inside as Gronsky slipped in and found some daylight. Lumberjacks fell asleep a little bit on that one. That'll drive a coach crazy. Giving him a freebie. Vaco now guarded by Guerra. Vaco dribbles into the trees, decides to pass it off, and looked like Clark lost it, but no, they're going to say it's off one of the Comets as Erickson's going to check back in and Brady Gronsky's going to have a seat. Gronsky looking a little winded. Clark now, left side, gets it over. LeBrie, top of the key, surveys, guarded by Gronsky. Between the legs, little rhythm, that could go in then. Yeah, he had nice rhythm on that shot. I thought that one was going to be down. Went in, popped back out. Now the Comets have it. Silvernail looks at it, but no, swings it around. Gronsky will shoot with a guy on him, hits it. Michael Gronsky's got a decent-looking shot from downtown, and he showed it off there as the Lumberjacks are looking for somebody to pass it into. LeBrie is going to dribble across the timeline, 60-38, 6-0-3-8, 11:05 to go in this one as Clark goes up with it, puts in his two for the half. Hassled out there, and it's going to be a little contact out 40 feet from the hoop by Strop. Nice looking athlete. Strop, a senior, 5'9". Be very surprised if he didn't play football. Handoff then to Grassman, and he's looking for a little daylight around the left side. Finds Gronsky. Gronsky could have shot it, decides to pump fake to nobody and goes up. Shoots it. Foul. That's going to be on Gronsky. Yeah, Michael should have went up with that one right off the bat as number 4, Camden Voigt, set to check back in. First time seeing the hardwood for Voigt as Strop has a seat. Gets a little talking to from his coach. A little coaching, a little advice, direction, whatever you want to call it. LeBrie now down to, well, Clark has it, back out to LeBrie. He'll eyeball it. Good. Got the feet organized and went up with a nice looking jumper, did LeBrie, as the Comets bring it down quick. We got 3-4 guys set to check back in for the Comets as we have contact. It's going to be a foul. Purple 4. So Voigt just got into the game and says, I'm getting my name in the books. Camden Voigt, a junior, is on the floor now. Butterfield, Brady Gronsky, Jorgensen, Griffin. Jorgensen now with the ball. Who else is out there? Guerra. As Jorgensen dribbles in, much taller, bumps a little bit. They're going to call the travel. Yeah, as he gets taller, a little stronger, that is going to be money for Dylan Jorgensen. Dropped the shoulder there to make a little contact, perfectly legal, if you can get away with it. And went up, but called for the steps. All right, LeBrie penetrates, kicks it over. Vaco eyeballs it, short. Griffin has the handlebar on it. comes out of there with it. Guerra's going to dribble in. Finger roll. Nice layup there. Nice dribble penetration. Guerra. 62-43, 9:50 to go in this one. All right. Griffin cuts in front of that pass from Vaco, Daniel Vaco. Another stout-looking kid. Daniel Vaco, a junior. This guy's going to be good again next year. You know, they're going to have a little bit of a rebuild year, just like everybody has to go through. Labrie eyeballs it, doesn't take it from deep. Dribbles in, gets a little daylight, and then passes it off, and in goes number 23, Baker. Loses the ball. It's going to stay with the Ladysmith Lumberjacks. Ladysmith numbers down a little bit. Looks like they've got 6 kids for a JV team. Up and good is number 5, Vaco. Nice looking shot there. Turned and popped from about 10 feet. Jorgensen head fake from the charity stripe. He gets contact, goes in, off the glass and up. Nice shot from Jorgensen. Boy, the kid's got no fear as he went up against the taller and more experienced senior. Clark. Labrie now with the ball in those pink shoes. Some nifty looking shoes, pastel colors, as Vaco goes up with it. He's also got those pastel shoes on. Starting to be, there we go, nice job. Griffin in off the window. 66-45, 21-point lead. Must be building a nice, comfortable lead. I'm starting to talk about shoes. Deep shot, Voigt, no good. Camden Voigt says, I'm going to get my name into books. I don't care what you say. He shoots from downtown as Jorgensen turns, no good. The freshman Butterfield cleans up the garbage off the glass and in. Another nice-looking athlete that's going to, he's going to make some noise here. These guys are going to be good. I mean, it's just that simple. They're good already. But they find out where the weight room is, and they get a little stronger, and they're going to get even better. Their IQ basketball IQ, I should say. As we have a timeout on the floor, we're going to keep it here. I don't know who called that timeout and don't really care. 68-45. And we're starting to tick down now. 8:19 to go in this ball game. The Comets have a comfortable lead. Only 3 fouls on the home team. Comets 4 on the guests. So I'm going to be playing for a while. And I hope you're sticking with us here as Comets get to notch another win for their coach. 300 wins on the season. I have no idea if anybody knows it. I might leave my post for a minute and go talk to the PA announcer and let her know. We'll do that in the next timeout. All right. I don't know if Troy wants anybody to know, but I don't particularly care. Nice shot. Deep. No good from Voigt. Gets his own rebound and is fouled. Another kid that doesn't have any fear, Voigt. Sitting pretty deep on the bench, but when he comes off the bench, he's getting his hand in the cookie jar. Labrie has it. Gets it over to Voigt. He jumps up to catch that tip and comes down on the sideline. Got his big toe across the line. The official sees it, and it's a turnover. Jorgensen with it. He's going to dribble across the freshman. Surveys. His brother, a very good player as well. I see him down there. He's nursing an injury from football season, and it's a bad one. He's going to be out for a while. I'm hoping he'll come back as Jorgensen runs the baseline, tries to get it in. It's going to stay with the Comets as the ball goes out of bounds off of somebody in purple. Jorgensen trying to get it in, finds Guerra. Guerra trying to get a little daylight here. Nifty ball handling from Guerra. Butterfield, Jorgensen now. Jorgensen top of the key, hassled out there by Clark. A lot of contact. Jorgensen is making a lot of that contact as Gronsky cuts, can't handle a nice pass. And here comes Vaco. Contact up, good. Vaco goes up with it. Nice strong move there by, is he a senior? He's a junior. All right, Gronsky is going to organize the puppies and get in there off the glass, 70-47. 6:55 to go. Labrie gets his man in the air, finds Vaco, back to Labrie. He'll shoot it deep. Good rotation off the iron. And it's going to be a foul on the rebound. Number 23, Luke Baker, had a look at it, but it's going to be Brady Gronsky on the foul, number 41. It's his third. He'll probably stay out there. Erickson's going to come in, and I lied. Here comes Gronsky. He's going to come out. Channing Erickson's going to replace Gronsky. Ball comes in. And nice move on the baseline from Ashton Clark, and he's bumped by Erickson. Nice reverse layup. Yeah, flashes of really good basketball here, both these squads. Going to take a while, though. Little rust, little inexperience. Ashton Clark's going to go to the line, the senior. And that one's no good. Erickson's got the rebound, fights for it, comes up with it, pumps it. Silvernail has it now. Hassled at the half-court line. Jorgensen finally comes up with it, and he's hassled, and it's going to be a held ball. Ladysmith on all of them like a cheap suit at the moment. Not really fouling them, just really tight D. And there's going to be a timeout. Let's hear from Northwood Tech one more time, and we'll be right back. Is aware that this is Troy's 300th win if this score holds up, and I certainly think it will. 70-49, 6:28 to go. Coach LaValle about to notch his 300th win. Let's guard the inbound tight as Jorgensen tries to get it in. They try to find something underneath. Finally comes out to Silvernail. Silvernail over to Butterfield. Butterfield finds a little daylight, kicks it back out. Jorgensen, Silvernail. Griffin will dribble in, create all kinds of contact, but it's going to be a foul on Ladysmith. Vaco. Boy, Griffin, tough to get out of his way because he's quick and he's gonna throw every ounce right into you. Erickson will have a seat. Gronsky will come back in. Officials are talking about something. And they're coming over to the scorer's table. Trying to read lips. It has something to do with the possession arrow, I think. Coaches close in. Coach Yassine wants to talk about something down there. Hey, watch this guy, watch that guy. He's grabbing, he's holding, whatever it happens to be, as there's a fight for the ball. And boy, there is a fight for the ball. Timeout. Cameron coach Troy LaValle saw that his guys were in trouble. They're going to lose the possession and calls the timeout. We're going to stay right here. Cameron High School Gymnasium. I see the screen's a little pixelated. Now we're back. 6:11 to go in this one, 70-49. Comets are going to get a decisive Heart of the North win. Troy is got a big lead here, but he's not done coaching. He is prepping them for the next time. Drawing up plays. They set the screens, and here comes Jorgensen, comes out, gets the ball from Griffin. And they were supposed to be looking for Griffin there on that one, I think, but nobody open as Jorgensen goes up with it. Nice pass from his friend Butterfield inside. And Jorgensen and Butterfield hassle the ball handler as they come across the timeline, the Jacks. Vaco's got it now. Skip pass back over right side now on the wing. Labrie up. No, that's Clark. Ball's loose. Rebound came down to the Lumberjacks, but Kempen misses it. Now ahead come the Comets. Nice pass. Gronsky up. Good. Nice pass from Butterfield to Gronsky. Gronsky high off the window. Yeah, it really wasn't high off the window. It kind of crept over. And Kempen says, man, I haven't had a foul yet, but they're calling them on me. Yep, the young man is not happy with that call. Not a lot of contact, but the official said enough. As Gronsky's going to eyeball this one and toe the line. And nice rotation and in. Gronsky's got a nice shot. Brady Gronsky, that is, as ball handler is hassled. Labrie, and he's fouled. Silvernail is going to be the guilty party, his second. 7 fouls on the home team. Comets 6 on the guests. 5:24 to go. 75-49. To the line is Labrie, and no good this time. Gronsky has it. Jorgensen has it. And they slow it down. Nope, Jorgensen's going to dribble, penetrate, try to get his guy in the air, spin. That's his money shot. Just does that little step away kind of a spin move that gives him some separation. As Vaco's going to shoot deep off the iron. Jorgensen with the rebound. Jorgensen's got his head on the swivel as he handles the ball, and he is a seasoned player for a freshman. As Butterfield goes up with it and in. Austin Butterfield, another terrific looking freshman, and he right on cue. Shows his inexperience and doesn't move his puppies, and instead fouls the guy as he tries to penetrate. Coach is going to say, yeah, nice job. Have a seat. That's his 4th, Butterfield. Cash Labrie at the stripe. And pulls the trigger on one, hits it. 77-50, 4:49 to go. Labrie's going to get a second. That one's short. Gronsky's got the rebound. Guerra, this team's not content to burn any clock. They get the ball and they act like there's a fire. And I know that's part of the coaching. We're going to move, we're going to run as Jorgensen dribbles in, loses the handlebar. Here comes Vaco. Vaco for the Lumberjacks. Now he loses it. There's a fight for it. Vaco got the worst of that scrum. Yep. Comes up with a bumped his noggin, but he's going to stay in. Cash Labrie is going to pass it in. Ball comes back to Labrie. Vaco finds Labrie, back to Vaco. Tries to pass it in. Off bend. They just can't catch a break, these Ladysmith Lumberjacks. As nice, well, a deep look there from number 12 ends up being an air ball. That's Maxey in the ball game. And even though it's a pretty big margin, the Cameron faithful crowd's going to let them hear it. Air ball, air ball. Yeah, I wish they'd sit on that one. There's a time for it. Right now is not the time. Vaco deep, no good. Gronsky. Guerra. Not going to burn any clock, apparently. Guerra hassled out there by Strop. Strop all over Griffin. Griffin finds daylight up and in. Griffin around Clark. Got to the right hand and up off the glass. Clark now is going to dribble in. Strop, deep three, good. Cole Strop, the 5'9" senior, finds the nylon. Nice pass inside. Gronsky tries to get it back. The other Gronsky comes up with the loose change. Up, right hand, good. Yeah, Brady Gronsky is going to get a lot of points down there low. Just a wide kid, strong kid, just going to back his way in there. He's got a good, quick first step. Labrie now. Strop's going to shoot it again. Tipped around. Vaco up with it, good. Little floater from the junior Vaco as Jorgensen brings it across. Griffin. Gronsky from the elbow dribbles in. All kinds of penetration, all kinds of contact. And it's going to be on Ladysmith. Tyler Maxey, I believe, number 12. Michael Gronsky is going to get a couple of shots. Or no, it should be 1-1. They said 2, but I think it's 1-1. Yeah, it's 1-1. That's the third foul then on Strop. 8 team fouls on the home team, 7 as Gronsky misses it. And the other Gronsky's going to fight for it. No travel. I think Michael expected a travel and he stopped play. And the coach from Ladysmith saying, dude, blow your whistle. He clearly traveled. Very nice about it is Coach Yassine. He said, put the whistle in your mouth. It's because, yeah, he had a good argument there. That could have been a travel. But instead, it's a made bucket, a foul, and Michael Gronsky's going to eyeball it, shoot it, make it. 84-55. 84-55, the Comets going to come away with a decisive one here. Is that Voigt dribbling it? No, that was Voigt. Camden Voigt. Ball is loose, off for the Comets. Going to stay with the Lumberjacks. As Channing Erickson's going to come back in. Cash Labrie is going to come back in, as is Kempen. Check that. That's Baker, number 23. Number 12, Tyler Maxey's going to have a seat. And number 4, Camden Voigt are going to have a seat. As the Lumberjacks pass it in. Clark, Labrie, down low. Clear foul on the freshman. The opportunity to help him grow a little bit as number 14 is going to come back in for the Lumberjacks. That was Gavin. Vaco is going to hit it. And 84-57. 2 minutes to go. Wanted a timeout, did LaValle. Nobody heard him. He now thinks better of it as they get it across the timeline. Michael Gronsky with a nice cut. Had a nice pass. I think that was Grassman. 86-57 now as Gronsky puts that one home. Hoyt will eyeball it. No, passes it down. Vaco makes room, puts it up and in. Strength there from Daniel Vaco. Is that Daniel? Yeah. Pretty strong kid as Gronsky dribbles it across. Gets it down. Erickson's going to shoot it. You could tell he was going to shoot it. As soon as he got it, he's going to go to the stripe. Shannon Erickson is going to get his name in the scoring column tonight if it's the last thing he does. And it might be the last thing he does because we only have 1:28 to go in this one. And Erickson's going to get himself a 1-and-1 situation and misses it. Just leaned back a little bit there and came up short. Got to lean into that one a little bit. Channing, just a little gooseneck action over the top. See how this one looks. And gets the roll. Interesting delivery from the young man, the junior. All right, here we go. Last 124, a kick ball. 87-59. Are these Comets going to get hit 90 points? Student section on their feet, excited about something. It just must be the wind. All right. Labrie is going to shoot it, no good. Back out to, who is that, Vaco. Big Euro step in, off the glass, good. Yeah, these guys are going to develop and have a good team again next year, these Lumberjacks. As Erickson had the opportunity and then lost it. Ladysmith lost it temporarily, and then number 23, Baker went up with it, missed, and a travel. Yeah, Michael doesn't agree, but he did. Couldn't quite come up with a clean handlebar on it, slid his puppies, and away we go. 87-61, 53.6 to be exact, as we tick down to the first win for the home team Comets and the first loss. First conference win, I should say. 2-0 they'll be, the Comets. 1-1, the Ladysmith Lumberjacks after this one. Got no other scores for you in the Heart of the North. I apologize for that as a deep three goes up. And that was Labrie, and he hits it. Nice shot. Grassman, are they going to dribble it out? 24 seconds. They are. Channing Erickson says, give me the ball. I'm not dribbling it out. Grassman over to, Griffin over to Grassman. And the crowd is starting to let him hear it. Ticking down, 6 seconds to go, and this will be the final score, 87-64. Let's just hear if the PA announcer is going to announce that Mr. LaValle just got his 300th win. I hope so. As they shake hands. So we'll be back in action. And here we go. Let's listen as Mrs. Parker is going to say something. She's got the mic.
At this time, I would like to announce that win put Troy LaValle record of 300 wins.
And there it is, a nice hand from the crowd, Ladysmith crowd too, as Troy LaValle gets his 300th win. Uh-oh, they're putting him in the Hall of Fame already. Long way to go for that. All right, well, thanks for joining us once again. These Comets will be back in action on this floor Tuesday night, 7 p.m. The tip, I'll be here. And the We Are Network will be covering your home teams here or home games rather, here for the Cameron Comets. And then again next Friday night. The girls will be in action tomorrow night right here. Dave Cuff will be on the mic for you. Until then, have a good night, everybody. Once again, your final, 87-64 Comets.